Hey y'all, how you doing? What's going on? No, you cannot. It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Can I at least bring my jacket and
You
show people
you
what time it
you
is?
cannot.
Jersey,
Good night.
hat,
Good night.
towel.
Hey, I'm sorry if excuse my tardiness. I had to relive my early 2000s moments. Hey, Risa. Y'all ready to study now? I had to watch Ursher. Like the old folks say, Ursher. Not Usher, Ursher. All right. But as promised, I'm here with you guys tonight. Welcome to Study Buddy Sunday. I am Nurse C. If you don't know me, I am your good evening, Cherie. Good evening. I am your friendly neighborhood registered nurse who loves dosage calculations. Dosage calculations. Y'all, like that halftime show made me just really realize my mortality. Like that was out when I was in nursing school. Like and Lil John, like when I was in high school, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Anywho, telling my age. Y'all ready to study tonight? How y'all doing? My phone was messing up yesterday and I didn't get to hear what you was telling me. Oh, about pediatric weight base. Was that the stuff that I was talking to you about? Yes. Okay. I think I remember what I said, but we'll go over some peds problems tonight. So, boom, 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 boom. Y'all ready? Dimensional analysis is okay. For those who have not been here before, I'm Nurse C, blessed RN. I break down dosage calculations live on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. I'm usually here at 7:30 unless Usher is on skates at the Super Bowl. Yeah, that halftime show, it just was everything. I don't know if that was okay. So I'm trying to see if that was better than Beyonce and Bruno. It's really close. Is the live over? No, I'm just getting here too. That's why I said, please excuse my tardiness. I had to watch Usher. Usher came out when I was in the fifth grade. Was it My Way? That was the first. Sugar! Thank you for all you do. You are brilliant. Thank you for coming on tonight. How are you, love? Nurse Sugar, that's where it's at. She helps with all of the med surge and all the other stuff that y'all be trying to get me to do. Nurse Sugar is where it's at. She gives you the breakdowns and the rationales and the test taking strategies. So thank you for what you do. We trying to help these students come on so we can sit down somewhere. I told my professor about you. He said he had heard. Stop. Like, get out. Y'all stop it, please. Please stop. Please, like, don't do that. You're gonna make me blush. I have a dosage exam in 1 week, and I'm lost. That's why I'm trying to lock in. Okay, so what's on your exam, and tell me what type of program you're in. Most of these people that are on here right now, I know. So yeah, y'all send some likes out into the algorithm so other nursing students who are done watching Ursher can come in and study for their test too. Appreciate it. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and we'll start off nice and easy. You know how we do it. This is how we do it. We start off a little slow and then we go and hit the gas. A town stomp. All right. Boom. Oral medications. Y'all let me know. Dimensional analysis, okay? All right. Oral meds. A nurse is preparing to administer drug S, zero point 0.6 grams by mouth daily. Available is drug S, 150 milligram capsules. How many capsules should the nurse administer? Her. All righty. So, when we yeah, I didn't have any metric conversions on for tonight. I figured we're kind of established into the semester, even though people are like starting at different times and some people have accelerated programs and that. So if y'all want some metrics and kind of the more simpler stuff, then say so. But if not, we're just gonna get into it, because like right now I'm hype. I'm real hype. Like my dude was on, like, Usher was my fifth grade crush. I mean, we go back to my way, you know what I'm saying, when they was out dancing up in that abandoned lot, anywho. Okay, all right. So dimensional analysis, we are going to look for our goal. So the goal is, what is the question asking you, right? Right. So how many capsules? Oops. Guess it would be wise so that we can write on the screen. Capsules should the nurse administer? So our goal, we're just going to put caps, right? So we are administer, not administer. Woo, gotta slow down. So we are looking for 0.6 grams. Well, that's ordered, and we have 150 milligrams capsules. So what I do is, I don't think of dimensional analysis or dosage calculations as math. I look at it as a puzzle, because a lot of people say, I'm not good with math, I'm scared of dosage calculations. So first of all, this is a no fear zone. We can be unsure, but we're going to fix that, okay? Second of all, it's not math until you have to multiply and divide. So that's why I like to help people learn dimensional analysis. We don't discriminate against desired over half and formulas and ratio and proportion, because that's what I did when I was in school. I loved ratio. But dimensional analysis is really an all-around kind of way to solve your problems. So that's why I like to kind of use that as the basis of what I do, but we can break it down other ways. So relationships, all right? This is February. Valentine's Day is Wednesday. Put some hearts out there if you got a Valentine on Wednesday, or are you single in school trying to make it? It's cold outside, but it's warming up. All right, so relationships. So just like a day has 24 hours, so that's a relationship. There are 60 minutes per hour. That's a relationship, okay? So you keep your relationship together. They stay together. Our goal is to cross out everything on the top and on the bottom except for what we are looking for, which is going to be caps, right? So we have 150 milligrams per capsule. Then we have 0.6 grams, and it's just by itself, right? Okay, so that's all we have to work with in this problem. Hey, Lantra, how you doing tonight? Did you catch the halftime show? All right, so we're looking for capsules. If we're looking for capsules, I like to start with what it is that I'm looking for. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. It's there. And everything else that's coming up in the problem has to then cross out, okay? So cap over 150. So you see, I use this relationship right here. You can flip-flop them, because sometimes in relationships, one partner is on the top, one partner is on the bottom, they flip-flop, but they're still in the relationship. You can do the same thing. You can fix it the way you need to fix it in our puzzle until it is time to multiply, okay? So capsules and 150 milligrams. So now we got milligrams on the bottom. We need milligrams on the top, but we don't have milligrams right here. We have grams. So therefore, I'll still put my milligrams, and I know that I can convert milligrams and grams. So 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams, right? My milligrams have crossed out. So the 1 goes by the biggest unit of measure, because it takes 1,000 little crumbs to make one big cookie. That's how you can kind of remember that when you're setting up your conversions. You're like, I don't know where to put the 1 and where to put the 1,000, or however you're converting to. The 1 goes by the biggest unit. Okay, so now we have grams at the bottom. We need grams at the top. So 0.6 grams. And that person was single, right? It wasn't in a relationship. So we're just going to put that over 1. That's how I remember how to do that, okay? So then grams cross out. And now we got 1,000 times 0.6 divided by 150. So that is going to be 4 capsules that we are going to give to our patient. So the calculator trick, for those who have not been here, is everybody here kind of established? I think one person said that they were new, and then the illustrious Nurse Sugar BSN has come and graced my live. I'm so excited. So if you have not been here before, I like to do what's called the calculator trick, okay? So the calculator trick is eliminating writing down answers on a paper, and then having to type it back into the calculator. So my philosophy is the less steps that you take, the less mistakes you make. So have you ever done a problem and it was like in the millions divided by the millions, and you have all those zeros or numbers, right? And then you put it back in the calculator, but you forget a digit. And now your whole answer is wrong after you set it up so right. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way that you can eliminate that. So you go all the way across the top and multiply. So 1 times 1,000 times 0.6. Once you get to 0.6, don't hit the equal sign. You hit divide. So you do 0.6, divide 150, divide by all the other numbers on the bottom, divide, 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 until you get to the last number, and then you hit the equal sign one time, and that's going to give you your answer without having to write it down on the paper. So you're multiplying all the way across the top, dividing all the way across the bottom, and equal sign, okay? Yes, multiple times. I know that's kind of frustrating. It sucks because it's like you've got the problem right, you set it up right, and then you get it wrong because you have put it in the calculator wrong. So I like to tell people how to do the calculator tricks. You know, and so that's that. Destiny, how you doing? How you doing? She said I made it. So I started late. So y'all please excuse my tardiness. I had to see Usher. I'm sorry. I had to see him. And then I saw the rest of his friends too. So find the BSA of a patient who weighs 115 pounds and is, Lord, it's all kind of typos tonight. I guess I was thinking about Usher too much. And is 5 feet 2 inches tall. So to do BSA, we're going to use our formula, and it's going to be meter squared. That's what BSA is measured in. So we're going to do the weight in kilograms times the height in centimeters divided by 31. Is 3600. Sorry. The other one is 31. If you put your height and your weight in like the US measure, okay? So what we need to do is convert and then just add the numbers into the formula, okay? So we'll take 115 pounds and we'll go to kilograms, right? And this is the one everybody loves because they know 2.2, right? So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds times 115 pounds. So basically that's going to be 115 divided by 2.2, which was 52.27 kgs. Okay, now we need to find our height. So this is feet and inches, right? We need to convert all of this to inches so then we can convert it into centimeters. So we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot, and then 2.5 centimeters in 1 inch. Hey, Jay Chantel, I'm gonna be on for a while. I just logged on to, like I said, I was watching Usher. My bad. Y'all caught me. You caught me. All right, so and I'm just getting in. Like this is just like the second question, so we're good. Okay, so this is already in inches, right? So we need to convert the 5 feet to inches. So if we're looking for inches, we'll do 12 inches equals 1 foot. Then we have 5 feet, right? Feet cross out, so that's going to be 60 inches. Then we got 2 more inches, right? So that's 62 inches. Now that we have all of our inches, we can convert that to centimeters. So if we're looking for centimeters, it'll be 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch. And we have 62 inches. And inches cross out. So that'll be 2.5 times 62 is 155 centimeters. So now that we have our values, we can plug them in. And I don't have any room. So what did I say? 155 centimeters. And then our weight was 52.27 kgs. So I'm going to erase so I can have some space. And if you didn't write all of this down, or you're like, wait, where did it go? Do not fret, because the replay is on my YouTube channel. Y'all have given me a status of 500 subscribers, and I am so elated. I'm excited. I thank you for your support as I support other nursing students. I really do appreciate y'all. So the replay and other videos that are breaking down math problems, dosage calculations problems, are there on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN, okay? Alrighty, so now that we have our values, we can plug it into our formula. I don't like how I wrote that. That's not cute. Hold on. Let me slow down. Alright, so I know why, because the screen, you see that? It's like a little pencil tip, like on my Apple Pencil, and it scratched up the screen, so I need to change my screen protector. Too many math problems. I guess I need to take a break. All right, so we'll put in our values, and then we'll do the math. So 52.27 times 155 divided by 3600 equals 2.25, and then you hit that square root sign. It is going to be meters squared equals 1.5. Did y'all get 1.5? Are you doing this one along with me? I'm in a BSN, and I'm confused with Reconstitution, drops per minute, and milliliters per hour, currently in fundamentals. Okay, I have those problems tonight. So welcome, I'm Nursey, and I'm glad you're here. The Reconstitution, y'all, let me tell you, you will not get another Reconstitution problem wrong after tonight, because I'm going to tell you the truth and the secret about it, okay? We're going to get to it, but now it's percent solution, okay? All right. So the amount of dextrose in sodium chloride in 100 mLs of dextrose, 5 half normal saline. So some of these you will see like in the other problems that I've done before. If you see like lidocaine 15%, and it's like find how much how many milliliters to give to a patient if 300 milligrams is ordered, and you're like, I don't have enough like information, like that's it. So it's this thing called percent solution. So percent solution is the percent in grams over 100 milliliters, okay? So that is how you find the weight of the solute in the solvent. I said it right the first time. You know, that thing be kind of giving me problems. So we are looking for how much dextrose and how much sodium chloride is in 800 mLs of D5 half normal saline. So we will take the percent and you put it in grams over 100 milliliters. So let's do dextrose first. So D5, that means 5%. So 5 grams in 100 mLs. And then we have 800 milliliters in the bag. The milliliters cross out, and we'll do 5 times 800 divided by 100. And that's going to be 40, get away, 40 grams of dextrose, okay? And we'll do the sodium chloride the same. So you see it says 0.45%. We'll do 0.45 grams in 100 mLs, because anything over 100 is a percent, right? Because percent means per 100. Centimeter, 100. So that's how you can remember that. It's going to be the grams over 100 mLs. So then we have 800 mLs in the bag over 1. All right, milliliters crossed out. And then we'll do 0.45 times 800 divided by 100, and there is 3.6 grams of normal saline, well, sodium chloride in that bag. Anybody have any questions so far? To the window, to wow. I promise they brought up some old songs. I was like, I'm getting old. This was back in high school. All right. Calculate the daily fluid maintenance volume for a patient who weighs 25 kilograms. Are y'all on fluid maintenance in your classes? If anything is my Achilles heel in dosage calculations, I think this would be it. Because it's kind of hard to remember the different, not yet, okay. It's kind of hard to remember the formulas that are associated with it, because if you're like 3.5 to 10 kilograms, it's like 100 milliliters per kilogram. If you're 11 to 20 kilograms, you automatically get 1,000 mLs. Plus, I think it's 10 mLs per kilogram for anything that's over your 10 kilograms. So it's really weird. So then the 20, it's 1,500. So they automatically get 1,500 milliliters. And then you have to add 20 milliliters per kilogram for everything that's over the 20 kilograms. So if you have 25 kilograms, you subtract the 20. So we're going to be figuring out the 5 kilogram part for this, right? So if we're trying to figure out how many milliliters to give, we'll do 20 mLs per kilogram. And then we have 5 kilograms. So your kilograms cross out. So what's that, 100? So that'll be 1,600 milliliters total that you would give over 24 hours. So if it tells you figure out what to put on the IV rate, don't you have milliliters on the top and hours on the bottom? So if you were trying to program that into your pump, because sometimes those questions ask you, what would you program your IV pump to deliver the recommended fluid maintenance for a such and such pound child? You find how many milliliters to give in the whole day, which is 24 hours. So 1,600 divided by 24, and then you'll, ooh, that's too many sixes, child. I'm gonna have to round that to like that. You get no joy, you get no praise, devil. Alrighty, so that's how you do that one, okay? Can you do a heparin drip using a nomogram? I think I got a heparin drip. I don't know if I got the nomogram on there. You talking about how you have to titrate it according to the PTT or the anti-10A? Cool. 2-step, 3-step problems with IV push, drops per ml. I got some drops. I got some IV stuff coming up. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have it where you change it according to the PTT, but I can talk about heparin a little bit. And I think I got a heparin problem that I can show you how to do. A provider has ordered a tube feeding of 2,100 calories a day, divided into 6 feedings a day. The feedings are available as 350 calories in 8-ounce containers. How many milliliters per day will the patient receive if they are administered all 6 feedings? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, my email address is right there at the bottom. Boop, boop. All right, so we are going to see what our goal is. It's asking us how many milliliters per day. So I'm going to write out mLs on the top, day on the bottom. So I'm going to see what else is in my problem. So I won't have to go back and forth in my problem and search for what it is I'm looking for, okay? And then when you do dimensional analysis, make sure you are writing your units, okay? That's where the sauce is, the units. The numbers are going to number. The math is going to math. It's the units that you need to be worrying about that cross up and line up, okay? So we have 2,100 calories a day. And then it says you got 6 feedings in a day. And what else? The feedings are available as 350 calories per 8-ounce container. And then it wants us to know, well, find out how many milliliters per day. Okay? So if we're looking for milliliters, I'm going to start with my milliliters. But we ain't got milliliters, do we? There's no milliliter in sight. but we can put milliliters because we know that 1 ounce is 30 milliliters, right? Okay, so 30 mLs over 1 ounce. Now that's used. We've got ounces on the bottom, so we need ounces on the top to cross out, right? Because we already got goal 1, which is the milliliters on the top. So now we have ounces on the bottom, we need ounces at the top. So I'm going to use this right here. 8 ounces, 350 cals. So ounces crossed out. Now we got cals on the bottom, we need calories on the top. So I'm going to use this. So then it says 2,100 calories in a day. So my calories have crossed out. And now what do I have? Milliliters on the top and days at the bottom. So that's why I tell you to write out your relationships. Like I said, this is not math. We have not touched one calculator yet. We're about to do the calculations, but this is just a puzzle. You're just flipping, or you're identifying your relationships. The two elements that stay together, you can flip-flop them. We're looking for what it is that the question is asking you. Don't give it any more and don't give it any less. Some people want to keep going like, well, I still have 6 feedings in a day. Well, do you need that? No, because all of your other units have crossed out, haven't they? So that's not even needed right now for this one, okay? So everything is gone except for what our goal is, which is milliliter on the top and days on the bottom. So we'll go to our calculator. We'll do our calculator trick that we talked about. So all of them across the top, we're going to hit multiply. So 30 multiply 8 multiply 2,100. Got to the top. Now it's going to be divide. 1 divide 350. And then, of course, it's a 1 in front of day. You can add your ones in there. Sometimes I just don't because there's a lot of ones. And it don't make a difference. So I got this many milliliters per day. Kima, yes, you got it. You got it. Does anybody have any questions about this problem? Hello, everybody who's come in, who I have not spoken to. I am Carlina Nursey, a blessed RN, and I do dosage calculations help. I am a dosage calc tutor. I am a currently working registered nurse. I have my BSN, and I work on ortho floor right now with MedSurg. Okay, can you write out the calculations, please? What do you mean? Hey. Hey. What's going on? What's going on? I didn't know that tonight they had 2 separate games. So I'm watching like the TV in my office and it's talking about Bikini Bottom. And my husband's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you don't see all this Nickelodeon stuff? Yeah. I love the math questions. Yay. I need to start identifying what is BS and the problem with what is not. Yes, exactly. Okay. How can I purchase your worksheet? Send me I tell you what. Send me a DM. If you want to send me a DM, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how we gonna do this, okay? So, what do you mean by writing out the calculations, Ariel Rain? Are you talking about how I multiply across the top and then multiply across the bottom? So per feed, the patient would be. So per feed for a patient would be 250 mLs per hour for the total 6 feedings. So you're trying to see how much they would get per dose? Is that what you mean? Kima? Because per dose, all you would have to do is, well, per feeding, you would just add on to the end in one day. There's 6 feedings. So that'll be how many milliliters per feeding. So that's how you do that part, if you were looking for that one. Okie dokie, J. Chantel. All right. I wanna make love Genius Club. Man, Usher, he has some hits. I forgot how much good music he's made. All right, so we're doing one with milli equivalents in there. This one is a weight-based problem, but I don't want you to get confused or frustrated when you see different problems that has different units of measures, okay? It's just a unit of measure, just like a milligram, a microgram, a milliliter, a liter, whatever, a unit, a milli equivalent. Just as long as you line up your units and they cross out, they do not matter, okay? So that's why it's so important to line up your units and identify your relationships. Y'all are welcome. Y'all are so sweet. Both before you get started in the problem, okay? So like I said, this is not math. This is a puzzle. We're just lining up stuff, crossing it out, and then we'll multiply and divide. That's it. That's it. Okay? So a provider has ordered drug P, 6 milliequivalents per kilogram per day by mouth, divided in equal doses every 6 hours to a child who weighs 64 pounds. Available is drug P, 40 milliequivalents, 15 mLs. Per 15 mLs, excuse me. How many mLs should the nurse administer per dose? Okay, so look at here, look at here. What's our first step is to find what is this question asking us, and we're only going to answer what it is that it's asking. So it says milliliter per dose. Okay. How often do I do these lives? On Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time and Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Time. I was trying to go to Monday, but y'all said no. So I said, okay. All right, so PPP, patient prescription product. And your weight-based problems and you're trying to figure out what do I use? So what's the patient's weight? 64 pounds. Okay. Our prescription is this. So 6 milliequivalents per kilogram per day, right? And then the product is your medicine. So it comes as 40 milliequivalents in 15 mLs. Alrighty. So you said, who said no to Monday? A whole bunch of folks said no to Monday. Oh no. It's gone now. All right, so we're looking for milliliters. So I'm going to start with my milliliters. Somebody asks me every time, do you have to? You don't have to do anything. But it makes it very convenient and it lines your stuff up so that it comes like, okay, this is at the bottom. I need this at the top. Cross out, cross out. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it and make sure that you have what it is that you're looking for. Okay, so 15 mLs over 40 milliequivalents. I've used that. So now we got milliequivalents at the bottom. I need my milliequivalents at the top. So 6 MEQs per kilogram per day. My MEQs cross out. Now we have our patient's weight, but it's in pounds, right? Okay, so we need kilograms to go at the top. So kg and pounds at the bottom. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms cross out. Now we can put our pounds on here. So 64 pounds over 1. Pounds crossed out, and then it says, oh, our last part, that we have day at the bottom, right? But it tells us that we need in equal doses every 6 hours. So if you do 24 hours divided by 6, that means that there are 4 doses in one day, right? So then if we have day at the bottom, we can put 1 day, 4 doses. Okay, so you see how everything is a relationship. You keep stuff together. All right, no math has been done until now, so we will take our calculator, and then of course the handy dandy calculator trick is to multiply all of your numbers across the top. When you get to that last digit, divide everything on the bottom. You put it in, divide, 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 equal sign 1 time so that you can. You need Monday too. So are you talking about 3 days a week? Wait a minute now. 64 divided by 40 divided by 2.2 divided by 4. Okay, you had me like, wait a minute now. Hold on. I was like, I tried to start your week off good. And I don't know if it's just me, like, but when you put stuff in the calculator, do you like put it in like more than one time? Like, okay, I got this the first time. Let me make sure I got it the second time. Okay. So I got it the second time. Okay, wait, I'm lost. Okay, so we'll do 16.36, but it says to round. Okay, so here's your rounding lesson. You want to round right. Okay, so every time it tells you to round to the nearest such and such place, you're going to look at that place, which is the 10th place, and you're going to go to the right. Okay, so that number to the right, depending on what it is going to tell us what we round to. So if it's 4 and below, so 4, 3, 2, and 1, that number stays the same. If it's 5 and above, then you round it up to the next digit. So this is going to be 16.4 milliliters per dose. The 4. Nicole, so it says that we are to give this in divided doses every 6 hours. So there are 24 hours in a day, and we need to give it every 6 hours. 24 divided by 6 is going to give us 4 times that we give this medicine in a day. So that's where the 4 came from. Yeah, that's the ADHD in me. I said I need to get tested. Like, seriously, you see how I'm on here and I have squirrel moments. And I mean, okay, never mind. You got it. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that one. All right. Anybody else have any questions about this one? Because we're moving on. There goes my baby. All right. All these Usher songs stuck in my head now. The nurse is preparing to administer a drug to a client who weighs 165 pounds. The medication reference recommends administering 2 milligrams per kilogram IV every 8 hours. How many milligrams should the nurse plan to administer per dose? Round the answer to the nearest whole number. Okay, so we're looking for milligrams. Okay, what are you doing, Apple Pencil? Milligrams per dose is going to be our goal. Okay, so our patient's weight is 165 pounds, is by itself, so it's single, right? And then it says 2 milligrams per kilogram every 8 hours. So listen, when there's something on here like this says 2 milligram per kilogram, that is just for one dose, okay? So we are given one dose every 8 hours. So when you see it's like, well, it doesn't say per day, per minute, per hour, you automatically assume if it does not have any indication that it is dose. It's dosage calculations, right? So this is one dose that we're going to give 3 times a day. So anywho, we'll write 2 milligrams per kilogram, right? And then this is a dose. So then what are we looking for? Milligrams at the top and dose at the bottom. This every 8 hours does not even matter right now, okay? Okay, it don't matter. That is the frequency. That is how often that you give the medicine. Okay, so this is just asking for a one-time dose, so it don't matter. And we're looking for milligrams. So 2 mgs per kilogram per dose, right? And our patient's weight is in pounds. So we need a conversion. So kilograms will go at the top because we need it to cross out. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. All right. Kilograms is crossed out. And now what are we left with? Pounds. So 165. And remember, it's by itself. It's single on Valentine's Day. So cross out. Everything is gone except for milligrams on the top and dose on the bottom. See, dosage calculations and dimensional analysis, it don't have to be hard, but you just got to know what you're looking for. And to my understanding, ATI is y'all's teacher. So that's why we need to put these likes out and these shares and these comments. I appreciate it, so that the algorithm can pick it up and other nursing students can come and study with us too, because I appreciate y'all. So I got 150 milligrams per dose. Is that what y'all got? Oh, thank you. Is it Asia for the roses? I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anybody have any questions about this problem? I'm hot. Where are y'all from? I'm in Alabama, and today it was like 60 degrees, like in February. I promise this weather is crazy. Where did I get 150 milligrams from? So that's what the answer is. That's what I got. Hold a minute. 2 times 165 divided by 2.2. Yeah, 150. Florida, Memphis. Okay, my volume cut. Oh, yeah, that's the answer. You just multiply across the top and divide across the bottom. Fort Worth. Good dimensional analysis lesson. Yay! I'm a chemist and we do the exact same thing. I used to hate dimensional analysis in chemistry. That's where I learned, that's where I saw it first. And when I was in school, I hated dimensional analysis. I was a pharmacy technician before I was an LPN, and then I went back for my RN. And I used to hate dimensional analysis. I used to love a ratio and proportion, and like, I'm a mathy, so I would write out all of this stuff, and I understood, so it didn't bother me. But as I've been tutoring and helping other students, I'm like, dimensional analysis is really where it's at. You can solve every single dosage calculation problem without having to memorize formulas. As long as you can identify your relationships and your conversions, which the basics ones are the kilogram to gram, the gram to the milligram, and the milligram to the microgram. And every one of those are 1,000 factors apart. It's a factor of 1,000. That's it. You can do this. You sure can. All right. Let's see. Oh, I miss them. Okay. Let's see. Louisiana. Yes, ma'am. Pittsburgh, Georgia. Do I save the lives? Yes, the lives will be on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. It's live right now on the channel, and then the replay will be in the playlist for Work It Out Wednesday and Study Buddy Sundays. Chicago, Utah, Mississippi. You helped me pass. Yes, Ashley. Yes. I'm so excited. I love when y'all, and please let me know how y'all doing, because I love it. So it's 2 times 1 times 165 divided by 2.2. Yep, you got it. What do you mean by a factor of 1,000? Okay, Jada, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. What I mean is, hold on. Oh, man, Usher had me gone. I love him. That was my little 5th grade boo, I swear. All right, let's see. Boom, here it is. Here we go. All right. Come on. Is it not doing it? Okay, here we go. So look at here. This is what I was talking about. All these are 1,000 a piece. So 1,000. So going from gram to a kilogram, that's 1,000. So it's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. And then going from a gram to a milligram, that's 1,000. And then going from a milligram to a microgram, that's 1,000. All of them are 1,000 a piece. Usher in this review tonight. I'm telling you, I was like, okay then. I just submitted my app for college for LPN and all of that, and I've been geeking over this practice. Oh, okay then. Well, I'm glad you're here. But yeah, that's what I meant by the 1,000. So I hope that made sense. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my truck. Do. All right. Let's get back to these study questions tonight. All right. Here we go. So, real pretty. All right. Weight-based. These are my favorite. I can do these all night. If this live is helping you, you find it entertaining and educational, please send out some likes so the algorithm can pick it up. I appreciate it. A provider orders drug A, 100 micrograms per kilogram per day to be given every 6 hours for 7 days for a patient that weighs 16 kilograms. That's a lot of information to go through, but we're going to figure it out, right? Drug A is available in the concentration of 10 milligrams per 2 milliliter. How many mLs per day would the medicine be administered? Okay, so looky here. we are looking for a goal of mLs per day, right? Okay. So we'll put our milliliters on the top and our days on the bottom. Everything else has to cross out. So PPP, patient prescription product. Our patient's weight is already in kilograms, so we don't have to touch it. And our prescription is 100 micrograms per kg per day. Okay. And then our concentration of our drug is 10 milligrams per 2 milliliter. So we are looking for milliliters on the top and day on the bottom. I had a brain spasm. Okay, anywho, milliliter. So I'm gonna flip this right here, right? Because I can do whatever I want to it. Because it's in a relationship, I can flip flop them. So I'm gonna start with what I'm looking for. All right. So now we got milligrams on the bottom, but look, in our order, it's in micrograms. So therefore, I still need to cross out my milligrams because they're not part of my goal, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put my milligrams on the top, and then I'll do my micrograms on the bottom. So remember, the one goes by the biggest unit because it takes 1,000 little micrograms to make a 1 big milligram cookie, right? Okay, so milligrams is gone. Now I can put my micrograms from my prescription. So 100 mics per kg per day. So my micrograms have crossed out. And then now I have my patient's weight, right? So 16 kilograms. I don't have to do a conversion because it's already in kilograms. And what do I have left? Milliliters on the top and day on the bottom. And that's how you use dimensional analysis to do this problem, okay? So now we can finally do the math because we haven't done any math so far, right? People say, I have to be good at math and this and this and this, man. You just got to know the basic algebraic principles. That's it. That is it. You don't have to be really, really good at math to be awesome at dosage calculations. Okay, so let's see, 2 times 100 times 16 divided by 10 divided by 1,000. This is what I got. And so it says round to the nearest tenth. Don't get your answer wrong because you didn't round. Okay. I got a really pretty weight base that's waiting for me. Okay. Do I do this every night? No. I have 3 jobs right now. I am a nurse in real life. I'm an RN. I am a real nurse. I tutor nursing students. So if you need private dosage calculation sessions, I got you. And then I also have my own non-emergency medical transportation business. So we take patients back and forth to dialysis and doctor's appointments, discharges from rehab, the hospital, wherever. The girlies who have, their stuff done. I have a wheelchair that lifts all the way back so they can ride comfortably, without having to be scrunched over in the car. So yeah, I wish I could do this all day. If I had my way, I would stay at home and I would craft because I like to make stuff. I like to make tumblers and shirts and all kind of stuff. I would do that and I would tutor. And of course run my NEMT business because it's kind of near and dear to my heart. So, but, I can't do it every night. I'm struggling now trying to make up these questions and to get them together. So I just do this on Sunday nights and Wednesdays. All right. DA looks so much easier when someone else do it. Then I try it and it's like, well, neek, do you write your units out when you set up your problems? Try it the way that we're doing it. Set up your goal. What's the question asking me? What's on the top? What needs to go on the bottom? Find your relationships. Okay, this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm working with. And this is what I'm working with. Start with what you're looking for. Okay, if this question right here is asking me GTT on the top and minutes on the bottom. So you know you're going to start with your GTTs and you don't have to go and find them, okay? So just try to, get into a groove and then keep doing them the same way, the same time consistently, and that's how you get better with it. We'll sign up for tutoring. Cool, I would love to study with you. It's on my website. I do offer group tutoring. I sure do. Up to four people. So you can, divide it amongst 4 people, because after 4 people, it gets to be too many people asking questions. Is not, productive. So yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Y'all. Okay, wait a minute. Whew. Okay, I'm back. All right. So drug B is ordered IV piggyback in 500 mLs every 8 hours over 2 hours, right? The IV tubing has a drop factor of 20 drops per ml. What will the nurse set as the rate in drops per minute? So our goal is drops on the top, minutes on the bottom. All right, so what is the fluff in this problem? The fluff in this problem is this. It's nowhere to be found that we are asking about a gram, a milligram, a microgram, right? So that's fluff. And then this too. What is an IVPB? It's an IV piggyback. That's not pertinent to what we need to know right now. We just need to know drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. So don't even let that confuse you, okay? So every IV problem, you're looking for volume over time. In this instance, it is going via gravity. So you will have a drop factor, which is how many drops in the little chamber that you squeeze and the drops fall. That is your drop factor. That is how many drops does it take to administer 1 ml of the fluid, okay? That's simply what a drop factor is. So every time you see a drop factor and it asks you for your flow rate, you can automatically assume that it's going to be GTT over minutes. And then if you see a question that has pump or infusion device, that is going to be milliliter over hour. But every time you give a IV, you want to know how much are you going to be given over how long, okay? So we don't even need to know that because that's the frequency. So this literally says 5 mLs over 2 hours. So you're going to put 500 mLs over 2 hours, okay? And then you got your drop factor, which is 20 drops per milliliter. And that's all that we have to work with, isn't it? That's all we need. So if we're looking for drops, I'm going to start with my drops. So 20 drops per ml. Milliliters on the bottom, so I need milliliters on the top, right? So 500 milliliters over 2 hours. Milliliters then crosses out. Now, we already got drops because that's what we started with. Now we need minutes. We have hours right now, so we can put our hours on the top and our minutes on the bottom, right? So we know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. Boom, boom. Everything is gone except for drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. Now we can do the calculator trick. So 20 times 500 times 1, if you want to put the 1, divided by 2, divided by 60. So I got 83.333333333 repeating, right? Have you ever gone into the kitchen and you seen, oh, that's 0.3 of a drop? No, it's either 1 drop or it's not a drop. So therefore, you're going to have to round it to the whole number. So remember, if it's 4 and below, it stays the same. If it's 5 and up, it rounds up. So this one is going to be 83 drops per minute. All right, let's see what y'all saying. What y'all saying? What y'all said? Okay, I got 20.83. What you did, Maylee? Try it again. Try it again. It's a little bit more than that. Yeah, you got it right. Yes, slay. Yes, next. I love dosage calc. Okay, me too. All righty. So we'd go by 1 hour, not the 2 hour per 120 minutes. So the rate, it told you 500 mLs over 2 hours. So if you wanted to do the formula method, that would be the 500 mLs over 2 hours, which is 120 minutes times your drop factor, which will be 20 drops per ml. That's your formula. Okay. So it's essentially the same. You just have to remember the formula. And I don't know about you, but I had a lot of stuff in school that I had to remember. So therefore, that's why I really like pushing dimensional analysis to people. You know, I'm like, hey, you don't have to remember nothing except for your conversions. Because, like, what if you don't put the hours in minute format? Because you're going to always have to put your hours in minute format. If you just put 2 hours at the bottom, that's how you get it wrong. So, yeah. Dimensional analysis is the easiest method for me. Awesome. I like it too now. But like I said, I wasn't a believer in school. You couldn't tell me nothing. I guess because, like it said, a lot of people don't like it because you don't understand it. But once you understand it and you see what's going on with it, then you know, it's like, okay, it's that girl. All right, so Reconstitution. Is this thing on? Let me tell you. One thing that you remember when you see Reconstitution, okay? Concentrate on the concentration. I want to be in your head on your exams when you see a Reconstitution problem and you say, I need to concentrate on the concentration. That is the secret to every Reconstitution. It doesn't matter how big the vial is. It doesn't matter how much liquid that you're adding to, or bacteriostatic or normal saline or whatever. You want the final concentration. How many milligrams per milliliter, how many units per milliliter, how many milliequivalents per milliliter, however many solutes over the solvent. Okay? Y'all, you got me? Everything else is fluff. It's fluff. It's fluff. Now, if you get it wrong after this and you don't concentrate on the concentration, don't you come back and say, I got it wrong. No. Concentrate on the concentration. All right? So, therefore, a nurse is preparing to administer drug M 375 milligrams IM. The nurse reconstitutes a vial of drug M 2 grams to yield a final concentration. Concentrate on the concentration of 250 mgs per 2 mLs. How many milliliters should the nurse administer? Okay, so goal. Milliliters. Okay, that's all it said, milliliters. So that's all we're looking for, right? Nothing more, nothing less. Concentration. This right here is fluff. Okay, so it asked us for an order of 375 milligrams. We have a concentration of 250 mgs per 2 milliliters. If I'm looking for milliliters, I'm going to start with my milliliters on the top. So 2 ml over 250 milligrams. My milligrams are at the bottom. I need my milligrams at the top to cross out. So that's going to be that 375 milligrams. Is by itself. It's not in a relationship. So I'm going to put it over 1. Okay. Milligrams have crossed out. And I have what exactly I'm looking for. Just milliliters. So 2 times 375 divided by 250 is going to be 3 milliliters that you, the future nurse, are going to administer. All right, let me see what y'all got. DM, the best method, and a better understanding. Yep. Okay, I would have done with the converting the hours into minutes. Okay, that was for the other one. This is what be getting me right here. Y'all got it. So concentrate on the what? The concentration, the final concentration. That's it. Natalie, if you used a formula for this, you could use a simple desired over half. So you desire 375 milligrams over 250 mgs times 2 mLs. Yep. I just don't even flip flop back and forth. I mean, I use dimensional analysis for everything. Somebody, somebody said, "Can you tell me how much money I can make on my check if this using dimensional analysis?" I said, "I sure can." And I mean, you really can solve everything with dimensional analysis. Alrighty, ped safe dose. Here's another thing that people be getting choked up by. I mean, it's just kids. It's kids. Come on. We're going to look at this and we're going to figure it out, okay? So, a provider has ordered a medication to be given by mouth to a client who weighs 85 pounds. The medication reference states that the safe dosage range is 7.5 to 15 mgs per kg per day, divided every 12 to 24 hours. What is the maximum safe dose the nurse should expect to administer per day? Somebody say, yes, this is my weak point. Okay. So let's go over a few things first, okay? First things first. So when you see these peds safe dose range problems, you are basically trying to be a detective, okay? So you have a provider that has ordered a medication, okay? Then you, as the nurse, you're taking the drug manufacturer's suggested safe dose range. You're finding out, according to how much they weigh, how much is safe and therapeutic to give to that patient. Then that is creating a range. So you got a lower number and you've got an upper number. So that means you got a number that you can't go past on the lower end because it's not enough, and then a number on the high end that if you give too much is going to be toxic in the blood. So in between those two numbers is your green safe zone. You then take your range and you compare what the doctor gave you and to see if it's safe. Does that make sense on what it is that you're looking for? I feel like once you break stuff down and you figure out why am I solving this problem and what am I trying to figure out that's going on, it kind of helps you like with your process of going through the problem. My clinical instructor didn't explain this at all. Thank you for breaking it down. You're very welcome. This is new to me. Okay, cool. So, therefore, when you see these problems, this one doesn't have an ordered dose in it yet. This is just finding the range. So, what we're doing right now on this problem is finding what the green zone is and what the red zone is. The red zone is what you cannot give outside of, okay? The green zone is going to be your safe zone. So, what you'll do, you have your patient's weight, and then you have these numbers right here. So, this tells you that per kilogram of body weight, you're going to give 7.5 to 15 milligrams, and that's going to be the total amount in the whole day. Now, it says that it is suggested that you give it every 12 to 24 hours. So you can either give the whole amount at one time, or you can divide it up by every 12 hours. So if you did 24 divided by 12, then that would be 2 doses, okay? But this right here is going to give you how much you can give in the entire day. That's when you have to pay attention to the details of the problem. And like I said, when you kind of walk through it and you know what you're looking for, it makes sense to see how to solve it. So it says, what is the maximum safe dose per day? Okay, so that's day. So we'll do 7.5 milligrams per kilogram per day. So how many milligrams is safe to give in a day? So milligram is going to be at the top and day is going to be at the bottom, right? Our patient's weight is in pounds, so we need kilograms to go on the top, pounds to go on the bottom. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms crosses out. Now, our weight is 85 pounds, and then it's over 1 because it's not in a relationship with anybody else. It's just by itself, right? So now we got milligrams per day. So we can go to a calculator. 7.5 times 85 divided by 2.2 is going to be 289.77. I just used 2 digits. milligram per day. And then we'll do the same thing for our 15. So that's the lowest that they can receive. So 15 per kg per day. Same thing. Our weight is in pounds. So 1 kilogram is 2.2. Come on, right. Pounds. Okay. And then 85 pounds over 1. Okay, so milligrams on the top and day on the bottom. So 15 times 85 divided by 2.2. 15 times 8. So I got 579.54 milligrams per day. So that is your safe dose range. 289, and if you do to the nearest tenth, that'll be 0.8, and then 579.5 milligrams per day. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. There goes my baby. Ow. Hey, love me some Usher. Man, that man is a vampire. I swear, he does not look like he should be as old as he is. I mean, and on skates. You got to be real bad to be on some skates on live television. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, Janico Ham. Yep, you got it. You got it. Depending on how you round, I round kilograms to the 10th. Yep, that's right. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You wish I could teach care plans. Man, you don't even use care plans in the real world. And Cherie, thank you for the finger heart. I appreciate it. I didn't see it when it came across, but thank you. Yep, you got it right. Okay, so does that make sense? Okay, I don't want y'all to see peds and all this stuff and you just be like, oh my God, you just freak out. Like, no, we're not going to freak out. We're going to solve these problems. We're going to look for the goal. We're going to look at our relationships and we're going to set it up. Okay, and that's what it is. Okay. Hey. All right. So, next problem. I got about 4 more after this one. So, milligram per minute. A provider orders an IV solution of sodium chloride, 500 mLs with drug X, 1 gram at 20 milliliters per hour. How many milligrams per minute of drug X is infusing? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth, okay? You're welcome, Risa. We do use care plans, just nothing like school. Man, you use care plans because, I mean, technically you have to have like a plan of care that is for the nurses. But like as far as formulating them, click, 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 click. That's it. You're not writing out all of these paragraphs and all of this stuff. I mean, you just you'll see soon enough. Y'all get through this dosage calculations and graduate. You'll see. So we have to do 2 steps for peds. Got it now, okay? Yeah, it just seems harder than what it is. It does seem harder than what it is, but once you know what you're looking for and you got your information and you got your relationships and your goals, it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm telling you, dosage calc ain't got to be that. It don't have to be that. It doesn't have to. All right, so our goal for this one, right, is milligram on the top and minute on the bottom, okay? So, I had some company, y'all. He was trying to crash my life. All right, so 500 mLs and at 20 milliliters an hour. And it's asking us to, 1 gram. And it's got drug X at 1 gram and 500 mLs. And then 20 milliliters an hour. So we're looking for milligrams per minute. Okay. So our problem is there are no milligrams, right? You can put your milligrams because we know that there is a conversion for that. So milligrams and then grams. We know that the 1 goes by the biggest one, right? And then 1,000 milligrams is 1 gram. Now we have grams at the bottom. We need grams at the top. So we'll use this. So 1 gram over 500 ml. Gram crosses out. Now we got milliliters on the bottom, so we need milliliters at the top. 20 mLs over an hour. So milliliters crosses out. Now we have milligrams on the top and hours at the bottom. We need minutes. So we'll put our hours at the top automatically. Our minutes at the bottom. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hour has not crossed out, and now we have our goal. Okay. Does this make sense how we're doing the dimensional analysis? Is it making it a little bit easier for you? If it is, throw some hearts out there for me. Help me as I help you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alrighty. So 1,000 times 20 times 1 divided by 500 divided by 60. Makes sense. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Yeah. 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 Okay. 0 point, all these 6 repeatings. So it says round to the nearest tenth. So that is going to be 0.7 milligrams a minute. Yep, you got it right, Miss J. Chantel. Just round up to the 10th. You got it. See, you can solve anything. I know you're like milligram per minute. I'm like, what the man? What the? No, you got a goal. You got your relationships. Start with what you're looking for. Everything has to cross out. So this bad boy here. Yeah. I love it. Let's do it. A client who weighs 122 pounds is receiving an IV infusion of drug Z at 25 milliliters per hour. The IV solution is labeled with the concentration of drug Z, 250 milligrams per 500 mLs. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the client receiving? Oh, shucks. We're going to do it the same way. The same way as we've done all of these other problems, okay? I know you like microgram per kilogram per minute. Yeah, okay. So our goal, let me put the pencil on, is MCG, per kilogram per minute. So our goal is to have microgram on the top, kilograms, and minutes on the bottom. They don't have to do like side by side, but they just have to be on the bottom, okay? Do I only do dimensional analysis? Reese, no, I don't. I can do ratio and proportion and use formulas or find it out other ways mathematically, because everything doesn't necessarily have a formula, but you can always figure it out. Yep. Okay, so let's see here. We got a 122-pound patient. So we'll write our stuff out to the side. So it's going at 25 ml per hour. Then we've got 250 milligrams per 500 ml. And then that's it, right? So we're looking for micrograms at the top, kilograms, and minutes at the bottom. Let's go. So we don't have any micrograms anywhere to be found, right? That's not a problem. So we'll do micrograms over milligram, because this right here is a milligram, right? So we can do a conversion. Hey, Bree, you watching the game? Okay, I watched Ursher, like the old folks say, Ursher. It ain't got no R in there until the end, but it's Ursher. 1,000 micrograms per milligram. Oh, yeah, that's Nurse Bree. That's your anatomy and physiology and fundamentals and med-surg and critical care, all that tutor right there. That's your girl. So look, now we've got microgram at the top, right? So that's already goal. So milligram. So we'll do 250 milligram per 500 ml. Boom, boom. Okay. So now we have milliliter at the bottom. We need milliliter at the top. So 25 milliliter per hour. Milliliters gone. Okay, what are we looking for? We already got micrograms, so we're looking for kilograms and minutes at the bottom. Remember, we're not doing math, we're doing a puzzle, right? We sure is. Okay, so we're looking for minute. We have hour. So if we put hour at the top, we can have our minutes at the bottom. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So that's gone now too. All right, so we got our minutes. So the only thing left is the kilogram, right? So our patient's weight is in pounds. We want kilograms to be at the bottom. So we'll do the pounds at the top and the kilograms at the bottom. So we know that 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So then we know that we have to have what's on the top and on the bottom crossed out, right? So watch this. Our patient is 122 pounds, so I need that at the bottom. I'm going to put my 1 on the top this time, and then my pounds on the bottom. They cross out, and now we have micrograms at the top, minutes and kilograms at the bottom. And you just solved this overly complex looking dosage calc problem without having to do any math until now. You did. And did. So 1,000 times 250 times 25 times 2.2 divided by 500 divided by 60 divided by 122. I got 3.75, and it says to round to the nearest tenth. So 3.8 micrograms per kg per minute. Yes, ma'am. Miss Ariel Rain, you need to go ahead, type 3.8 exclamation mark, because you are right. No questions about it. I like how you're explaining it at school. They make it harder than what it needs to be. Yeah, I've heard that before. That or either ATI is what's teaching you how to do this. And I was just really taken aback by it. But hey, we're here. We are here on TikTok and we are here on YouTube. The replay will be on my YouTube channel. It's the same name, A Blessed RN. Yeah. And I do have other replays from my previous live sessions and other problems broken down into playlists by method of solving. Because somebody said, do you only do dimensional analysis? No. But the other lists are kind of lacking because, like I said, dimensional analysis is going to be the easiest way. You already have so much stuff to remember and to study in nursing school. So why bog your brain down, try to remember complicated formulas? And if you don't remember the formula right, you're going to get it wrong. With this method, all you have to do is know your basic conversions. That's it. Why wouldn't you want to make it easier on yourself? You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. That's all I'm saying. I hate ATI. I had ATI when I was in LPN school. We had HESI when I went back for my RN. So I don't remember, too much of ATI. Yes, ma'am. Round up. Exactly. If it tells you to round up, you round up. So you get your question right. You did all of that work, and we want you to get your question right. Okay. IV completion time. Okay, the nurse observes that there is 400 mLs left in the IV bag infusing at 50 drops per minute with a drop factor of 20 drops per ml. How much time will it take to complete the infusion? Okay, so our goal is asking us for time. When you see time, automatically think hours, okay? Don't think hours and minutes because you can automatically find your minutes from the decimal place in your hour answer. And I will show you what I mean once we get to that point, okay? So we are looking for hours. So let's write down our relationships, shall we? 400 mLs, and it's going at 50 drops per minute, and 20 drops per ml is our drop factor, okay? And we are looking for hours. That's our goal. And we don't have hours anywhere to be found, but we're going to put hours, okay? So hour at the top, minute at the bottom. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, okay? So now we got minutes at the bottom. This has minutes in it, doesn't it? Okay, we're just solving a puzzle. Just piecing the puzzle together and crossing out stuff. That is the name of the game. So minute, gone. Now we got drops at the bottom. We need drops at the top. This looks cool right here. 20 drops over ml, okay? Drops have crossed out. The trick with dimensional analysis is you must label your units because that is what we are crossing out, okay? The numbers will number, the math will math. We just need to cross out units, okay? So now we got milliliters at the bottom. We'll use this right here and we'll throw it over 1 because it is single. It's not in a relationship. And then we're left with hours, okay? So 20 times 400 divided by 60 divided by 50. And that's going to give us 2.6 repeating hours, right? So I don't know what 2.6 hours is. So we need to find out the minutes, right? So everything behind the decimal is going to be your minutes. And everything that's in front of the decimal, which is the whole number, will be your hours. So in order to find minutes in this format, we'll take everything behind the decimal and multiply it. Oh, my little pen ain't working no more. Oh, goodness. Don't tell me. You tried it. Okay, let's see. 1 second. Let me reconnect my Apple Pencil. Alrighty. But basically what you're going to do is take everything behind the decimal and multiply it by 60. I don't know if it died or what, but it didn't even like flash and said like 5%. Like you didn't give me a fair warning. So what I'll do is just put 0.66 times 60 and that's 39.6. So 40 minutes. So basically, yes, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. We're back live and we're back. So yeah, this is what I did. I did that and it was this. So 40 minutes. Make sense? Yeah. All right. I got one more question after this one. So this one plus one more. Destiny, did you see it? So I just took the numbers and I just did like, because it's like, a whole bunch of repeating sixes. So I just did the first two, and then multiply it by 60. And that's what I got. And then just round it. Okay? There goes my baby. All right. A patient is receiving an IV infusion of 350 mLs. D5W at 75 mLs per hour. The infusion was started at 08:30. What time will the infusion be completed? All right. So remember what I said? Time. So our goal is going to be hours, right? So it's 350 milliliters going at 75 mLs an hour. And this is the time it started. So we've got 350 milliliters going at 75 milliliters per hour. So like a question just on the side, does like the IV pumps at the hospital when you do clinical intimidate you? All right, so we're looking for hours, right? That's our time. So we'll do hour over 75 milliliter. And then we have milliliters at the bottom. So we'll put our 350 mLs at the top over 1 milliliter cross out. So 350 divided by 75 is 4.6 repeating hours. So we'll do this the same way as we did the other one. So 0.66 times 60 is going to be, what is it, 39.6? So that's going to be 40 minutes. All right. So the total time is 4 hours and 40 minutes, right? So we started at 08:30. That's your start time. And we want to add 40 hours and 40 minutes, right? So this is going to be my minute column, and this is going to be my hour column. Now, if you add 30 minutes and 40 minutes, that's going to be 70 minutes, right? So I'm going to break it up. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to add 4 hours and 30 minutes. So we know that's going to be a whole nother hour, right? So that's at 9 and 13. And then we still had 10 more minutes to add to it, right? Because we did 4 hours and 30 minutes instead of 4 hours and 40 minutes. So you add your other 10 minutes on the minute side. So your end time will be 13:10. I'm sorry, Agnes. I went too fast for you. My bad. You can look at it on the replay and a blessed RN on YouTube and other problems in other sessions. You get it? Yeah. I love when the light comes on. Yes. Makes sense. Makes dollars make sense. Okay. Alrighty. Last one of the night. Last one. Now I'm scared to go. What? Wait a minute. This is supposed to do the opposite. You're supposed to be feeling confident, not scared. All right. The patient has a drip running at 45 milliliters an hour. The order is for drug D, 400 milligrams and 500 mLs of D5W to run at 5 to 15 micrograms per kilogram per minute. The nurse started D, which is drug dopamine, at 8 micrograms per kilogram per minute. The patient weighs 205 pounds. If the rate is increased to 9 milligrams per kilogram per minute, what rate should be set on the IV pump? Okay, remember what I said? When you see IV pump, that's kind of automatically milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Okay, so go milliliter per hour. Now let's look at here. It says that this is already going, right? The order is for 400 milligrams and 500 mLs to run at this rate. So it's got to stay between that. It started at this. Okay? So that don't even matter. All right? The patient weighs that. And then they want to increase it to this. So this is what we're looking for. All right? Boom. So what rate should the IV pump be set? So this is what it's going at. We don't care. We trying to see what will it be, because it says it want us to increase it to this. This is what we are currently looking for. So we got our patient's weight, which is 205 pounds. We've got our prescription, which is 9 mics per kg per minute. And then we've got our our product. 400 milligrams per 500 milliliters. And we want milliliters on the top and hours on the bottom. Yes, this problem looks scary, but that's why I did it. So you can walk through it and you can see what it's saying, child. Okay? And then we'll go over it after we solve it, okay? So it's going to be the same way that we did all of these other problems tonight. We got our goal. We've got our relationships. We're going to start with what we're looking for, which is milliliters. So I'm going to use this one right here. So 500 milliliters over 400 milligrams, okay? We've got milligrams on the bottom. We need milligrams at the top, right? But we don't have milligrams right here. We have micrograms. So we can put our conversion, right? 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Our milligrams are gone. Now we can put our micrograms up there. 9 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Okay? Micrograms are gone. Now we got our weight, right? Our weight is in pounds, but we got kilograms on the bottom. So we'll do our 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. So my kgs crossed out. Now I got my patient's weight. So it's 205 pounds. It's not in a relationship. It's single. So put it over 1. Pounds are now gone. And then what do we have? Milliliters on the top, but we got minutes on the bottom. We need hours on the bottom. So I'll throw my minutes on the top and my hour on the bottom. And we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Minutes are crossed out, and now we are at goal. All right. So now we can do some math after we don't solve the puzzle, right? 500 times 9 times 205 times 60. And you see how you got that long number? So you're going to write that long number down on a piece of paper? No, we're not. We're going to leave it in the calculator. And we're going to hit divide 400, divide 1000, divide 2.2. And I got 62.89. I'm going to do it over again because I'd like to make sure that I ain't get a little bit too happy with my fingers, okay? So 500 times 9 times 205 times 60, divide 400, divide 1000, divide 2.2. 62.89. And if we were to round this to the nearest whole number, it would be 63 milliliter per hour. Drops the mic. There goes my baby. How y'all like it? This was a scary looking problem, but with dimensional analysis, it was just like that. Like we did the rest of them. It don't have to be hard. Don't have to be hard. Okay? So let me erase a couple of things. All right. I didn't mean to put dopamine on there either. So that's drug D, right? Anywho. So it said it was already running. So you walked into a patient's room. Right, Cherie, I had to double check too. And it said that it's already running at this much, okay? And that this was your order. So you had the drug and you had the amount, and it was to go at this rate, okay? It said that the nurse already started it at this rate, okay? Nice to know. The patient weighs 205 pounds. It's a weight-based problem, so don't you think you need the weight? Definitely. Remember, PPP. Patient's weight, the prescription, and your product. That's what you need, okay? So then it says that the rate is increased to this much. So how much should we put on the IV pump? So all of this became obsolete because it didn't matter anymore because our prescription changed to that. Okay? So give these problems exactly what it is that they're asking for. Nothing more, nothing less. You can do this stuff. You can do this. I've been out of school. I've been a nurse. It'll be 14 years in March, but I still can do this. This is what we can do. And I don't use it every day at work. I promise you I don't. But you can do these. Okay? I have no more room to write on my my whiteboard. Yeah, I've had to like slow down and write it. Like I always used to like run out of space. I'm like, I do this every time, the same time. Every time, okay? It takes practice, but so helpful. Yes. Okay, go do your care plans. Have a good night. Thank you for being here, Tammy. It was cool seeing you. Cool meeting you. All right. So, how y'all feel? Good. You're welcome. I'm glad I came on tonight. I did a live last night and I was like, let me see. Because I know a lot of people was like watching the Super Bowl. But I mean, when you're in nursing school, this stuff don't matter. So I was like, okay, should I come on? Should I not? And I'm glad I did. It was cool meeting y'all, the new people. And for the people who are repeat, I'm glad that y'all are here. Can we do a heparin calculation? Oh, child. Let's look. Let me look and see. Let me see. You're like, one more, just one more. All right. I'm helping you out a lot. Cool. I'm glad it helps. I'm here to support you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your referrals, your telling your instructors about me. I'm like, what? I'm scared. Like, what? But no, I do appreciate it. Honestly, I do. I enjoy tutoring, and I enjoy meeting new nursing students. It's part of me pouring back into the nursing community. It's too much negativity. A lot of people say nurses eat their young. Well, no, because I need y'all to come on. I'm tired. I need y'all to come on in this thing, and I need y'all to be safe, and I need y'all to be confident, and I need y'all to pass dosage calculations so you can go to clinical, okay? Come help me. Help me help you. Help me help you, okay? Let's see. ABRN tutoring, practice questions, heparin. I do one more. Y'all got one more out of me. One more. I do come on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. At Oh, this is a good one because I know somebody was asking me about like the titration of it. Okay, let's see. Um, Sunday night, sorry, squirrel moment. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I am in Alabama. Yeah. And so we're Central Time, and Wednesday night 8 p.m. Central Time. And yep, that's it. And ABRN tutoring. If you would like a private session or a group session up to 4 people, we can work that out. Work it out. I was on that live, and yes, I'm glad you came on. Yeah, you were. I remember seeing you, Jay Chantel. Let's see. You coming back? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm late. I was doing work for fundamentals. That's okay. Goldie, you can catch the replay. Why is this not connecting? Oh, because I don't have it on. Okay. Oh, what is all of this blue? Wait a minute now. All right. Let's see. Okay. You can catch the replay on YouTube. Do I tutor NCLEX? I don't. This is my baby. This is my baby. I try to pour all my love into this with tutoring. And like I said, I got about 50 million jobs. Like, I'm spread thin with this. So let's see. Why is I swear, this doggone Apple Pencil is probably just tired of doing work tonight. Your patient's recent PTT is 42. According to the protocol, you need to increase the heparin drip by 2 units per kilogram per hour and administer 30 units per kilogram IV bolus. You will recheck the PTT in 6 hours, and the patient is currently receiving a heparin drip at 16 units per kilogram per hour from a bag that reads 25,000 units per 250 mLs. The patient weighs 163 pounds. How many units will the patient receive as a bolus, and what will you do? What will you change the flow rate to? Okay, so that seems like it was a lot, right? Right? It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Okay, so here we go. So heparin. Heparin is a weight-based drug. We give heparin in cases after an MI because guess what? The most likely thing that you are to die from after you have a heart attack is a dysrhythmia. Why? Because when the heart does not pump right and it goes like bajuka to bajuka instead of lup dup, then you can form a clot, right? And once you push that clot out, it can go to the lungs, you can go to your brain, and it can go to the other arteries that supply the blood to your heart, right? So therefore, people on heparin who have clots, have MIs, AFib, all of that, they receive a heparin drip. So when you get this medicine, it is based on your weight. So when you first get the medicine, you have to get a bolus. I don't want you to get confused or scared when you hear the word bolus. Bolus is just a one-time administration of either a drug or a tube feeding. Like, it's just once, okay? So it's not going to be a drip. It's going to be a one-time administration. So therefore, you will get a bolus to get into the blood and get it to a level that it's working. Because remember, we want to control the bleed time, right? We don't want it to clot. So therefore, it's got to get into the blood and stay at that level. What you maintain the medicine is with a drip. So therefore, you check your anticoagulation studies, which is either an APTT or an anti-XA factor, depending on your facility protocol, okay? This is my pharmacology, so you can't ever say that I ain't do pharmacology with you. Tell me, what is the reversal agent for heparin? In the comments. Anywho, so this is telling you that you took the blood level and it was 42. And so that wasn't high enough, right? It was non-therapeutic. And that means we need some more medicine to be in the blood for it to work, all right? So therefore, you had to give them a bolus, which is a one-time administration of a drug, and then we got to increase that IV pump that's already running, okay? So we're going to find out how much to give as a bolus, and then what we're setting the new rate on the pump at, okay? So let's do the bolus first. I can't believe y'all got me doing another problem. I'm supposed to be done. Okay. I'm not going to fuss. I'm just going to do it. So the bolus, all right, it says that it is 30 units per kilogram, okay? And so then our patient's weight is 163, okay? So if we're looking for units, okay? How many units will they receive for a bolus? So our goal is to find units. So we have 30 units per kilogram. That's what we got from right here, okay? And then our patient's weight is in pounds. So we'll have to do our conversion, right? So we need our kilograms to cross out. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. And then our weight is 163 pounds. And we'll put that over 1, okay? So now we have 30 times 163 divided by 2.2. So they will get, 30 times 163 divided by 2.2. So they're going to need 2,222.7 units as a bolus, okay? That's how you found that one. Don't make it harder than what it is. It's just asking for units, right? So now we need to figure out what are we changing our pump. So remember when I said pump, when you see pump, automatically think milliliter per hour. Because we don't have a drop factor, we have a pump, okay? So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase it. All right, so now it says that we are changing, because they are at 16 units per kilogram an hour. Do I want some Stella Rosa Black? Yeah. Don't ask me any questions like that. I'm sorry. My husband is asking me, do I want something from Walmart? Yes. Okay. So, sorry. Squirrel. So, we are currently receiving 16 units per kilogram per hour. It says that we need to increase it by 2 units per kilogram per hour. So what's 16 plus 2? It's going to be 18, okay? Don't make it harder than what it is. So we're looking for milliliter per hour, right? Our patient's weight is 163 pounds. And then our new rate, because it's going at 16, we need to increase it by 2. So our new rate is going to be 18 units per kilogram per hour. And then it says the bag reads 25,000 units per 250 milliliter. If we're looking for milliliter, we're going to start with our milliliters, right? So 250 ml over 25,000 units. Okay. We got units at the bottom. We need units at the top. So it'll be 18 units per kilogram per hour. Units cross out. Okay. Now we have kilograms and hours at the bottom. So we need to do our weight. It's in pounds. So we'll do 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kgs cross out. And now we'll do 163 pounds over 1. Pounds cross out. And we have milliliters on the top, hours on the bottom. Okay, so 250 times 18 times 163 divided by 25,000 divided by 2.2. And I got 13.33. So if you rounded it to the nearest whole number, it'll be 13 milliliters per hour. And that is your bonus heparin question that you got out of me tonight. You got a bonus and a drip. So yeah, if you would like to study with me and you want a private tutoring session, this is where you can go. That is my email. On my site, it has my business number on there as well that receives text messages. Y'all are more than welcome to go to my YouTube channel, ABRN, a blessed RN. Same handle as on here, and it has the replays from the previous live sessions and other questions that are broken down. This is the part of the night I like to call nurse chat. I'm done with math. If you have any nursing questions, those are my stats. Well, right there. And I am open to answering a few questions before this Stella Rosa comes. And I call it a night. I got patients to take in the afternoon tomorrow. Okay. You made that look so easy. It is. It is. And you can do the same thing, Suzanne. Just look for your goal. Look for your relationships. Cross out your units. Caribbean doll. So it was first going at 16 units. After the blood came back, it said that we had to up it by 2 units per kilogram per hour more. So I added those 2 units to the current infusion. So 16 plus 2 was 18. So that's why we used 18 units per kilogram per hour, because you titrated it. What did I use to study for the NCLEX? All right. So when I went to LPN school, and I used the book, and it had a CD-ROM to it. So I did the book and the problems. I know, I'm telling on myself. And then for RN, I used UWorld, because UWorld was very, very similar to the NCLEX. And I passed on the first try. I did all the questions that were in the bank. And the rationales. The rationale is the juice. That's where it's at. I learned some things that I didn't learn in school on UWorld. And then there was like some kind of weird, just, unpopular pediatric condition that I saw on UWorld, and it was on the NCLEX. And I was just like, wow. So that's what I used. I have an exam Friday. I'm so scared. Now, ma'am, you got to go out and come back in, because you said the S word. We're not scared. We're not afraid. We're just a little nervous or unsure. But hopefully this live kind of brought you a little bit of clarity. You're welcome to come back Wednesday night. I'll be back on at 8 o'clock. Anybody have any requests for Wednesday night on the types of problems, you can go ahead and put it in the comments. I'm new to the nursing program in semester 1. Okay, awesome. Dosage calc is my nemesis. Oh no, I don't like to hear that. I love dosage calculations. Well, hopefully this has been a help to you. Dosage calc don't have to be hard. You just got to know what you're doing and know how to go about it. And it helps, for somebody to break it down. All right, so my YouTube people, y'all have a good night. I don't put my nurse chat session on here because it gets a little bit lengthy sometimes, and I just want you to be able to